Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
We remember the theatre when Chris Eubank Sr. arrived at the stadium alongside his son Chris Eubank Jr. as Conor and his father Nigel watched on from backstage. We remember the cinema of what the atmosphere was like in this stadium. The ring walks, shoulder to shoulder alongside their fathers to their fathers' songs, simply the best and dangerous. And of course, all of that culminated in one of the best fights we have seen on British shores for many, many years. And I have no doubts, really, that the only two fighters for UK Fight of the Year 2025 who can dare to rip the trophy from Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn in April are Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn in November.
You know, Conor Benn, he put on a great fight. He went out there and he did what I did not expect him to do. But, you know, I'm going to tell you right here and now, you ain't no champ. And you most definitely ain't no people's champ, so get that out of your head. You keep letting Eddie Hearn blow smoke up your ass and you're going to end up being even more of an embarrassment than he is. These men are not men of the people. They are pretending. They're pretending to be the good guys. Wolves in sheep's clothing, if you will. They will do anything they can. They will screw over anybody they can. They will cut any corners. They will break any rules they can to try and get ahead. Ruthless, immoral, and without restraint. These men are. They did everything they could to try and destroy me in this last fight.
I've never heard so much waffle
it's okay.
in all my life.
You're going to hear a lot more.
No, but I was, you know,
you're going to hear
Chris.
a lot more. Now, after the fight, due to severe dehydration, I'm put in an ambulance and I have to go to hospital. I was actually so dehydrated that one of the toenails on my big toe fell off. It actually fell off. It's grown back about halfway now. But anyway, I'm in this ambulance.
Jesus, not a toenail.
I'm in the ambulance. And
you still got it?
These scumbags blocked that ambulance from leaving the stadium for 20 minutes.
By the way, this is an intro. Go on, keep going, because this is all being noted, because it's absolute waffle.
20 minutes.
Waffle.
In.
Waffle.
I'm laying there in a gurney, oxygen mask on, and the car cannot move. They will not open the gates to let us leave. Now,
who won't open the gates?
Now, if this was a serious injury that I had sustained, that 20 minutes...
Chris, I want to know who wouldn't open the gates. It's important.
That 20 minutes...
You can't answer that, can you?
...could have been the difference between life and death.
You talk you do.
And while this was all happening, Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn are in here talking to the media, lying about how I had a broken jaw and that was the reason why I was going to hospital. Artists of the highest degree.
Chris, can we get one thing clear? Can you just confirm that you are accusing us?
I am
Matchroom?
Yes.
Okay, say it.
You guys
blocked
me from
getting
out.
Say it.
You know, because
Matchroom.
Who else
Okay.
would have been?
Go on, say it.
Why was I in an ambulance?
Say that Matchroom stops you from going to the hospital.
Why was I what? So you can try and sue me with your little lawyer?
Not at all. Don't worry about that. Okay. I think you're talking about the wrong guy. Say it.
To be up here.
Say it.
These are the levels.
You talk.
These are the levels.
We stopped you from going because your toenail was falling off.
These people
heard it all now.
Eddie, the last time you were up here, you were talking about how famous and popular you were, even more famous than me.
No, that's impossible. You're the people's champ.
What? But you said it.
No, you're getting stopped by grannies and children who are throwing themselves at you like you're the Pope. It's incredible.
Absolutely.
And even with half a toenail. I can't believe it. But that's interesting. The fact is, you're telling us we stopped your ambulance from going to the hospital.
A glorified desk jockey.
Desk jockey?
That's what you are.
Okay, that's interesting.
Living off of the back of hard-working fighters. That's what you
Yeah, of
are.
course,
So the
Chris.
fact that you can
Well,
sit
listen.
here talking about how popular and
care about
famous
how
you
popular.
are,
What I don't want to have
it
is
just
someone
shows you the
lying
level-
about what happened on the
it just
night
shows
to
you
try
the
and gain
level
more
of
popularity.
ego and
About your
narcissism
weight
we're
cut,
dealing with
about
here.
all the you want to
I
come
don't
out
need to
with.
make anything
You're
up.
playing
It's
the
all
victim.
documented.
You're playing
It's
the
all
victim.
documented. I'm not
And we
the
see
victim.
through you.
I won the fight.
Well done. We give you the
There's no victim
respect.
here. I won the fight.
But don't
Against
worry,
all
you
odds.
accuse us of stopping the
Against
ambulance to going from the
everything that
hospital.
you guys
We'll
tried
see.
to do.
We'll see.
Did I underestimate him? I did. I genuinely thought I'd knock him out 3-4 rounds on my heart. You know, that's well, Chris, shut up, mate. That's what I genuinely believed. You know, so I underestimated him, but you know, he gave me one hell of a fight, and it was one hell of a fight. And yeah, I'm excited for next time round, to be honest, mate.
Well, let's hear from...
You know, this was the first time
After Chris.
in my life that I've ever seen a fighter lose and then go on some type of victory tour. This guy.
No, there was
This
no
guy
victory.
was
There
going
was no-
to
there was no-
events.
there was no
he was
victory
doing
tour.
interviews.
Listen, we were
buying cars.
Chris, no, that was your
taking
car that you
pictures
gave
with
me. That was the 500 grand for your unprofessionalism that gave me
it
that
was.
car.
You flew over to America. You're taking pictures of people. Oh, I'm so grateful for the love and the support
blessed.
the fans are
I'm
showing
blessed.
me. You're going on like you won.
Do you want me to
you do understand you lost,
finish?
right?
Do you want me to finish?
He had all 10 toenails,
You
have
do understand you lost, right? I mean,
I was
illusion
ready.
of
But
this guy.
listen, Chris. The reality is, while you were sipping food for a straw, I was back in the gym after the fight, ready for September 20th. Why was you not ready? We was locked in September 20th. So if you want to talk about a little tour, I was training. Meanwhile, what were you doing?
I was living life, my friend.
Exactly. So what you just said, stupid. What you just said,
care
stupid.
that you were ready.
Listen. I don't care. Ultimately, we fight November 15th, mate. And yeah, November 15th. It was supposed to be September 20th, but your unprofessionalism and your unprofessional team weren't ready.
I don't need to fight you when you want to fight. You
I
lost. I don't need you.
No,
It wasn't when he wanted to
It's
fight.
not when I wanted. It's when everybody wanted. When Turk Al-Sheikh wanted. When the whole team had agreed and arranged for the fight to happen. You know what happens when you have an agreement? Do you know what happens? You know when you sign a contract? Do you know what that is?
I didn't sign a
Do you know what
contract
that
to
is?
fight you on
Do you know what that
September
is?
20th. I
Do you know what that
signed
is?
to rematch you. I didn't sign.
Do you know what that is?
So
do you know what
the
an
date
agreement
now,
is?
The date is perfect.
But do you know what an agreement is? Do you understand?
No, I don't know what agreement is. What is it?
You're an idiot. That's why.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, well, certainly a special message from His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, who says that Eddie Hearn is more popular than Chris Eubank Jr. because he has his own Netflix documentary.
That's good news. Chris can watch that tonight. 6 episodes.
Yeah. We all know about that. How you're postering me all over your trailers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The guy that doesn't deserve to be here, and you're using me in all your trailers. For
I know.
It's okay.
You made me a lot of money in that
One thing you're not
documentary.
going to do is promote that.
One thing
crap
was amazing that we got
at
the
my
people's
press
champ.
conference. So
We got 6 episodes, 5 hours of
You
working
doesn't
where you
matter how many
can,
episodes
you can
you
pull
do.
your plonker
You're
off in
still
Brighton all
gonna
night
be
to that. You'll be loving
a
it.
scumbag promoter
Okay.
that uses other fighters.
Yeah, blocks
to propel
ambulances,
yourself
blocks ambulances,
into the limelight.
loses
You're
toenails,
so
everything.
famous.
Yeah.
You talk more than your fighters do. Look at you.
That's my job.
Conor hasn't said a word.
He don't
You're
want to
the
say
only
it
one
because he's
talking.
bored listening to you about Robert
It's
Smith
an
moaning like a baby as the mask
Yeah,
slips.
I'm talking,
Jamie,
because
over to you.
otherwise if I
I'm
don't
talking.
talk,
Be quiet.
you sit and
shut
talk.
your mouth down there.
And
you.
nobody wants to hear
Right.
you talk. No one wants to hear
Netflix.
about
It's
you.
out now.
Your
Enjoy the
Netflix
episodes.
special. Yeah,
Thank
no one-
you.
No one's going to watch it, mate. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Chris put up a good fight, but to me, that was Conor at his worst. He was winging punches in, throwing them left, right, not even thinking about what he was doing. Everything that we practiced for the 12 weeks of training, he didn't do one thing. Absolutely one thing. And he had him hurt so many times, but yet he kept on showing all the punches that he was going to throw. And I thought to myself, mate, that wasn't even a real Conor. But I'm glad that he done 12 rounds with a middleweight. And the funny thing about it, we all keep saying that we made him struggling with the weight, but Chris is IBO middleweight champion. He fights at 160 all the time, the last 4 fights. I've been at 160. So why are we all saying...
Not with a rehydration clause, though.
Struggling at the weight. But you understand...
Ben, he didn't miss the rehydration clause. He missed his 160 weight. Why are you even up here, bruv? I don't even know why you're up here.
Conor.
No, but I genuinely don't know why you're sitting up here.
What are you famous for?
I don't know why you're
What are
sitting
you
up here. It
famous
ain't
for?
about that, bruv. I don't know why
Yeah,
you're
what are
sitting
you
up here.
famous for?
Ben, not the time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what it is. It's just like, all we got to do, wait for November the 15th, mate, and we see the real Conor. Not running away, not lunging the punches in, taking his time, doing the best that I know that he can do. That just wasn't the real Conor. And that's why I'm happy that he done 12 hard rounds, and yet he had him wobbling about 3 or 4 times, but didn't know how to finish him, because the occasion got to him, and he went in there. What got in Conor's head, he kept on saying, I'm going to take his head off, I'm going to take his head off. If he'd have said, like, you know what, yeah, I'm going to box him, he didn't. He went in there thinking, I'm going to take his head off. And that reminded me the same when he fought the French guy, Benn, just want to go in and take his head off. Winging the punches in, I thought, oh my gosh, he's not going to win this. But I didn't come away like, you know, upset. I just cuddled my son. Didn't say a word. And the funny thing about it, the next day we went in the sauna, because Conor's been giving me grief. He said, mate, if you took care of business, I wouldn't have to do this. So then we got in the shower, I've got to tell you this joke. We got in the shower and I left the door open.
Sauna, Dad.
The sauna. And he said, mate, why are you leaving the door open for? And he's really moaning at me. I said, shut up, you loser. But we both burst out laughing, because at the end of the day, we know that this...
It was a little bit too soon, Dad. It was like day after the fight.
Yeah, I know, but you give it to me, didn't you? You said if I'd done the job, you wouldn't have to do it. And you lost. Now you've got to go and put the record straight, mate.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. I'm going to keep reminding you that until you get that victory.
How do you beat Chris Eubank Jr.?
Less greed. You know, when I had him hurt in there, I mean, he's going to say I didn't have him hurt. When I thought I had him hurt, you know, I was just too greedy in there, looking for the headshots. Game plan went out the window as soon as I hit him in the 3rd round. It was a matter of, it felt like I was always one punch away from closing the show. And I was looking for that one punch, you know, and yeah, he looked vulnerable in there. He looked vulnerable. So at some stages he looked old, and you know, I was too busy going in there trying to hurt him over getting the wins.
What makes you laugh, Chris, when you hear that?
Old and vulnerable, and this old man's talking about he wobbled me 4 or 5 times.
Well, you just got to watch it. You just got to watch the fight. You just got to watch the fight. At no stage did you hurt me in there.
The delusion of these guys.
Well, just watch it. It's not delusion if you can physically see it, Chris.
It's breathtaking. It really is. You know, yes, you caught me with a few shots. Was I out on my feet?
Mate, you was in hospital for 3 days sipping food for a straw. That's what you were doing. So stop all this silly talk.
When
you was in hospital while I was in the gym.
Severe dehydration, you have to be treated.
Okay. How much did you weigh then? Listen, that's what you guys agreed. That's what you guys agreed. You guys agreed the 10-pound rehydration. We said, well, regardless was agreed with your team are idiots then, aren't they? Because that's what they agreed. You see, my team had my best interest at heart. They obviously done yours, because if that's done that much damage, you'd bring it up now. Why not bring it now? You wanted to talk about it. It wasn't even a topic of discussion, Chris.
I'm not here to talk about it.
Well, exactly. So then stop moaning about it.
Please.
That's you guys.
Stop moaning about it.
You guys moan about it.
We're good. We're good, Chris.
I'm here to fight.
We ain't moaned about it once. All we hear is you moaning, Chris.
I haven't moaned about it.
I feel flattered that you brought a new trainer in. I feel flattered that you brought Eubank in, because I know you need it. And he's a great coach. You're a great coach, Eubank, and I've got love for you, mate. But you can't polish a turd. Apologies.
Okay, a fight that truly sells itself. The demand through the roof already. Tickets on general sale tomorrow. Set your reminders at ticketmaster.co.uk as we bring the fighters. Hold on to your hats. Face to face once again, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn.